Electric cars are increasingly catching everyone's fancy in India, and more affordable the car is, it grabs even more eyeballs. The latest set of wheels from Citroën is one such example. Barely 6 months after launching the C3 hatch in the market, the French carmaker has brought in the electric version of the car, which is simply called the EC3. It becomes the third offering from the brand in India after the C5 Aircross and of course the C3. In the way it looks, the EC3 isn't drastically different from its petrol counterpart. It does give you that SUV character, though Citroën never says by itself that this is an SUV or a mini SUV, but there are many elements that point to that. So the high ground clearance, use of cladding all over the car, roof rails, they all give this car a nice SUV butch factor. The DRLs continue to make heads turn even on this electric car because they are the same as the petrol car. And Citroën says that the majority of sales on the petrol C3 have come from dual tone variants. So exclusively for the electric, they've launched 3 new dual tone options as well, including this orange with white roof. Looks very nice, and the most important part, the charging port, it's here on the driver side front fender. In all, you get 3 exterior packs with as many as 47 customization options to give the car that exclusive look. You can also choose from a list of 70 accessories and 2 interior themes. The cabin too is largely similar to the petrol version, but yes, there are some fresh elements as well. The cabin is largely similar to the petrol counterpart, but 2 key differences. Of course, the instrument cluster has changed for the kind of information it gives you. So the state of charge, how much battery is remaining, driving modes, how regen is working, all that is displayed on the cluster while you're on the move. And of course, for the first time you see an automatic gearbox on the C3. So this is the automatic gearbox on the car, which reminds you of bigger SUVs from the brand, so which is nice, a nice design element there as well. The big 10-inch touchscreen remains the same when you compare to the petrol version of the C3. It's nice, it's clear, it's very colorful as well, good, easy to use. And yes, you also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is wireless. So that's important. The EC3 also comes with as many as 35 connectivity features. So that's a good addition on the car. But I have to say that there are some features that were missing on the petrol version of the car, even the top variant, like climate control or electrically adjustable outside mirrors. Those are features that could have been considered for this electric version of the car, but sadly even this one misses out on those features. The cabin is quite spacious, something that has always worked for the C3. A wheelbase of 2450mm helps in this regard. So whichever row you decide to spend time in, you will not be disappointed. The car comes with a boot space of 315 litres, and yes, a spare wheel is provided too. But of course, the biggest question is how this electric car drives. And Citroën decided that the best place for us to sample this new car is a test track away from the madness of a city commute. The EC3 runs on a 29.2 kilowatt-hour battery pack that is crucially bigger than the battery packs seen on the Tiago EV or the Tigor EV from Tata Motors, the main rivals of this car in the market. So the claimed range also is slightly higher when compared to Tiago EV, 320 kilometers to be precise. So that's a good number for a car in this segment. Talk about power, you get 56 brake horsepower and 143 Nm of peak torque, and these numbers suit the car well, especially for the city conditions, especially because you get all the torque right from the word go. A big talking point on the EC3 is its battery that is air-cooled and not oil-cooled, and question marks are being raised if it is ready to take on the dreaded Indian summer. Well, Citroën says that the car has been tested at temperatures up to 55 degrees Celsius, so the car is ready to take on whatever climatic conditions that will be thrown at it. Now, Chennai in January isn't the ideal temperature or conditions to test this, and so far it's looking good. But yes, we will have to wait for the months of June, May, June, July, especially up north in the country, to see how exactly this battery performs, especially because LFP batteries are known for better thermal management, and this is not a big motor as well, so it most likely will be quite manageable. But yes, as I said, we'll have to wait and watch on how the car performs in the Indian summer. A cross track is also the perfect place to test the acceleration, and the car is indeed quick. It races from 0 to 60 km per hour in 6.8 seconds, and top speed is 107 km per hour, and both these numbers will suit the car just fine in city traffic, but maybe on the highway you will be left wanting for more. So the good thing with the EC3 is that it's got two driving modes, so you can choose between them depending on if you want better performance or if you want better efficiency or you want a longer range. And you do feel a considerable difference when you press the switch right next to the gear shift in the center console, so you can switch between the modes easily while driving, and then the difference is there for you to see. So if you want a longer range, of course switch to the eco mode, the performance will get affected slightly, but if you have to drive, and this is not a driver's car or an enthusiast car, but you will still get a much better drive experience when you drive the car in the standard mode. To aid in a longer range, you also have regenerative braking on the car, so that helps in ensuring a slightly higher range. And what the brand has also done is that they've increased the size of the brakes, the disc on the front and the drums on the rear, so that also helps in better regen on the hatch. In case you're up for a quick recharge, the EC3 will go from 10 to 80% in less than an hour using a DC fast charger. On the other hand, using a 15 ampere plug point will fully charge the car in 10.5 hours. The brand is offering a warranty of 7 years or 1,40,000 kilometers on the battery of the EC3. For safety, the car gets 2 airbags, ABS with EBD, and reverse parking sensors. Both the cars that have come to India from Citroën before the EC3, the C5 and the C3 petrol, are known to give you great ride quality, and that is a story that continues on the EC3 as well. So you are guaranteed a good comfortable drive in this electric hatch as well. The significant difference is the weight when you compare this to the petrol car. So this is around 300 kgs heavier, primarily due to the batteries that are put in this car, and the ground clearance has also gone down by 10 millimeters. So that has somewhat marginally changed the handling of the car. So this track is a good place to test that. We've been able to throw it around some fast sweeping corners on this track, and I'll have to say that between the petrol and the electric hatch, the petrol still feels more superior when it comes to handling. The Citroen EC3 comes across as a reliable city car that offers good amount of practicality and acceptable drivability. It does check most boxes, and if you're looking for an affordable EV in the market, the options are limited, and this could be a good bet. Bookings begin on January 22nd, while the prices will be announced in February. We expect the hatch to start at 9 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and at that price it will become a good, desirable alternative to the Tata Tiago EV.